It's reports out in the news about how the Ravens, they offered Lamar Jackson $133 million in guarantees. Now, remember, DeShaun Watson, he got a 5-year, $230 million contract from the Cleveland Browns. 5 years, $230 million in guarantees from the Cleveland Browns. Kyler Murray, he got $189.5 million in guarantees from the Arizona Cardinals. Russell Wilson got $165 million in guarantees from the Denver Broncos. If it's true that the Baltimore Ravens tried to only give Lamar Jackson $133 million in guarantees, I think that is disrespectful and it's ridiculous. If I'm Lamar Jackson, if you offer me $133 million and Kyler Murray got $189 from the Arizona Cardinals and DeShaun Watson got $230 from the Browns, I'm cutting my phone off. We ain't got nothing to talk about. If I'm Lamar Jackson, I'm not even going to be in Baltimore. My phone's going to be off. And you know, when you call somebody's phone, they phone off, it says the person you're trying to call is being checked for trouble. Or you might not even get a dial tone. If I'm Lamar Jackson and it's true that the Ravens offered him only $133 million in guarantees, I'm going to laugh at the Ravens. And I'm not even answering my phone. We have nothing to discuss because Lamar Jackson has accomplished more than Kyler Murray and DeShaun Watson. Now, I love DeShaun Watson. I love DeShaun Watson. I thought before he got into all that legal trouble, I said that DeShaun Watson was one of the best young quarterbacks in the NFL. But it is undeniable that neither Kyler Murray, DeShaun Watson, hell, not even Russell Wilson at this point, over the last 3 or 4 years, none of those quarterbacks have accomplished more than Lamar Jackson has accomplished over the last 4 years. None of them. You look at Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, his quarterback record since he's been in the NFL is 45-16. The man has 101 passing touchdowns, 38 interceptions, 12,209 passing yards, completing 64% of his passes. That's him throwing the football. Now, him running the football is even better. And that's where he has made a name for himself. He has 727 carries, 4,437 rushing yards, 24 rushing touchdowns for his career. And when you look at the weapons that he's had to throw the ball to, who is the number one receiver in Baltimore? Who? Unlike Josh Allen, who has a Stephon Diggs. Unlike Joe Burrow, who has a Jamar Chase. Unlike Patrick Mahomes, who even has a Travis Kelce. Who the hell is Lamar Jackson throwing the ball to? Can somebody call into the show tonight and let me know who has the Baltimore Ravens put around Lamar Jackson to be successful? Hollywood is a number 2. Hollywood ain't number 1. Who is the number 1 receiver for the Baltimore Ravens who's elite? Because that's what you need in order to be an elite quarterback. You got to have an elite weapon to throw the ball to. We saw what Aaron Rodgers did with Devontae Adams. We see what Patrick Mahomes did this previous year with Travis Kelce. We saw what he did with Tyreek Hill as well. We see what Josh Allen does with Stephon Diggs. We see what Joe Burrow does with Jamar Chase. But unlike those other quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, his best weapon is Mark Andrews. And I love Mark Andrews. But Mark Andrews is not Travis Kelce. Mark Andrews is not George Kittle. Mark Andrews, not even as good as Darren Waller. He's not as talented as Darren Waller is. That's the best weapon that the Ravens have put around Lamar Jackson. And they offered this man $133 million in guarantees. That's more money than Russell Wilson. That's more money than Kyler Murray. And that's more money than DeShaun Watson. And none of those quarterbacks have accomplished more than Lamar Jackson.